Hi everyone, Dorset Rambler here. So today I'm out on a walk out the Shaftesbury way, and I'm doing this walk today deliberately because I do know there are some bluebell woods on this walk, and not only that, but it's a bluebell woods that combines some beech trees as well. And I always think the combination of colours between bluebells and the lovely spring foliage of the beech trees is just a great combination. So I'm hoping that there's going to be a good show for me today, but we'll see. Isn't this lovely? It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful path, and just, I mean, it's not high, but there's still some really beautiful views around here. Just the rolling countryside of Dorset, which it's famed for. Well, I've already reached a bit of a bluebell woods. There's a lovely path going down through it, but it's not the one that I'm looking for. But it's lovely nonetheless. It's a very inviting path, isn't it? And there's a lovely old tree. Look at that wonderful lichen moss growing all over it. I really like trees like that. And it's actually quite an old woods, this one. Even though it's still not my bluebell woods that I'm looking for, it's still an old woods, and I do like these. So much to see. And this part of the woods was obviously an old coppice woods. At one time, used to be a big industry, really, coppicing. It's the hazel sticks and so on that used to get used for so many things, and now the woods are left to nature, really. Ramsons. This is wild garlic, and people tell me that it smells absolutely lovely. Unfortunately, when they're handing out sensors of smell, they miss me out, so it means nothing to me, but it's a beautiful path anyway. Well, doesn't get much better than this, does it? Beautiful dappled sunlight and lovely woodlands. It's beautiful. I really hope you can pick up the sound of the birds in this video too. It's another really old tree. Look at this. And amazingly, it's actually still alive. It's got foliage on it. Amazing. Well, I've reached the bluebell woods, but slightly disappointing, really. It's certainly not as dense as it used to be. It's not a particularly closely managed woodland, so the forest floor has become quite scrubby, which takes away from the density of the bluebells. But worse than that, the main part of the woods, the bluebells have been quite trampled down, which is disappointing. I don't know whether it's animals, dogs running in and out, or probably photographers, but anyway, this is a nice part of the woodlands, but it's not quite what I'd hoped for. Never mind, onwards. You know what? With or without bluebells, this woods is lovely. Beautiful light coming in through the foliage, spring foliage. And that's a good path to walk. No mud here. And lovely colours, look. Blue and yellow. Blue, yellow and blue, in fact, with the sky. Really nice. So I've now left my bluebell woods behind, which we'll call from now on just woods, and I've now reached the village of Ashmore, which is just a delightful little village, really peaceful and quiet. No pub, no shop, just cottages and this rather lovely pond in the centre, and a very nice stone seat which says reflect a while, and it looks out onto the pond, so I think I might reflect a while. Beautiful colours. One thing Ashmore does have is this beautiful little church, and I'm going to take a look inside now. An unusual sight, all sheltering under the tree in the shade. The reason it's unusual is because it's not a hot day. And I guess they've got their fur coats on, or their woolly coats. A lovely footpath down into this valley. And there's the sheep in this field here today. Just gorgeous. You'll quite often hear me say in my videos or on my blog that this is one of my favourite places, and this one's no exception. I love this place. This place is called Shepherd's Bottom, and I've just had lunch on the bank just over there. I guess it's called Shepherd's Bottom because it's always been shepherded. There are sheep always in this field, and I guess they have been for many years. I presume that's where the name comes from, but it's just a delightful place, and I've walked from the hilltop up over the other side, down into the valley and back up here. Just lovely. Another beautiful area of woodland with that light coming through. Unfortunately though, I can't go down there because it's private. It's a shame, because these paths always just look so inviting. I just want to walk down there and see what's down there, but unfortunately I can't. Might have noticed the sound of light aircraft earlier. That's because I'm at Compton Abbas Airfield, and interestingly the footpath actually goes right across the runway, so you've got to keep your eyes open for planes. Lovely spot though, lovely spot to sit. So I've now left Compton Abbas Airfield behind. It's right in the distance by the trees on the horizon, and I've continued along the ridge, and I'm now stood on a hill overlooking the village of Melbury Abbas, which is down in the valley. Beautiful village. Its only negative thing is it's a bit of a rat run for traffic, so it's quite a busy village on the roads, but lovely views from up here. And I am now heading up Melbury Hill, which is up there. So I'm now on the top of Melbury Beacon. Now Dorset doesn't have motorways and it doesn't have mountains, but it does have hills, and this is a really good one with 360-degree views. Over there in the distance is the town of Shaftesbury, and then there's views all across the valley, all around. And then we go over the stile to the viewpoint. You've got even more views. Down in the valley that side is the village of Compton Abbas, which gives its name of course to the airfield, which is up on the ridge top, and that's where I'm going. Well, it's a bit better down this side of the hill because I'm sheltered from the wind. I suspect when I was up on top of the hill, the wind noise probably drowned out what I was saying. But basically I'm heading down into this valley, which is Compton Abbas village at the bottom of the valley, and then having reached the village I carry on up the other side onto the ridge across the other side of the valley. It's just a lovely valley, lovely area. It's great for walking. This is with all these rolling hills and beautiful countryside. Fantastic. And on a day like today too, can't be better. So I've now gone through Compton Abbas and climbed up onto Fontmell down, and looking across the valley you can see Melbury Beacon, highest point across the valley in the distance where I was just now. Now I'm going to head across the hilltop. And this is the other side of Fontmell Downs. I've come across the top and I'm now heading along the ridge overlooking a beautiful valley on this side now. The walking around here is just amazing. There's so many views, so many walks and headlands to walk, or yeah, hilltops, ridges. It's a really lovely area. Well, that's not a bad view to end the day with, is it? Absolutely beautiful. It's been a great day. I hope you've enjoyed being with me. But I've got to head off into the woods now to make my way back to my starting point. So I'm going to leave you here and say thanks for your company, and I'll see you next time.